In football, you don't reach the World Cup without discipline. When it comes to your smell, the rules are the same. World-class defense isn't built in a day. It's built by brushing morning and night. Because every meal is a snack attack, especially with World Cup games at dawn and midnight. And without the right defense, germs will score. That's why Pepsodent brings you the limited edition World Cup toothpaste. Choose from these variants. They have the fresh breath for all day confidence, antibacterial to fight germ, plug removal for a cleaner, stronger smell. Get the Pepsodent World Cup edition today. Available at all supermarket shops nationwide. This World Cup season, Pepsodent says when it comes to your oral health, my brother, my sister, fan World Cup. Are you a traveler that struggles from switching your phone off and on just because you want to get data? Or you travel out of the country and you are struggling to get in touch with family and friends? Telecel data roaming says that should be a thing of the past. The Telecel World Plus roaming bundle gives you an unmatched value and best rates across up to 100 countries, including every country in Africa. No more landing in a new country, I beg your pardon, and worrying about how to order a ride, find a hotel, navigate a new city, or stay in touch with friends and family. No more hunting for local SIM card. No more fear of expensive roaming charges. With rates from just 0.9 pesos per megabyte, an incredible value on voice and data, Telecel World Plus roaming bundle keeps you connected from the moment you land. Whether you are traveling for business, for holidays, or following the excitement of the World Cup, you can stay connected with confidence wherever you go. So relax. Don't worry about roaming costs. Just dial *5959# or activate your bundle on the Telecel Play app today. Telecel, connecting energy. There are times you wake up, you feel so tired to leave the house, and that family member calls you being in need of some cash to sort something out. You're wondering, how am I going to get to the bank? CBG mobile app is here to solve that problem. The new CBG mobile app has been designed to make you enjoy the convenience of banking anywhere at any time. Download the CBG mobile app on the Google Play Store or iOS App Store and experience ease of managing your finances on a secure, smart, and user-friendly digital platform. Receive real-time alerts to stay informed about your account's activity. Join the digital revolution and elevate your banking experience with the new CBG mobile app. For further inquiries, you may contact them on 030-221-6000 or email us at talktous@cbg.com.gh or visit any of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Are you an importer or exporter? Are you looking to improve your global trade experience? We know trade financing comes with its complexities, but at CBG we believe that doing business should always be hassle-free. With CBG Trade Solution, your trade financing challenges will be an issue of the past. Take advantage of our trade solutions and expand your international trade transactions whilst building a good credit history. For further inquiries, call CBG on 030 2216000 or email us at talktous@cbg.com.gh or visit any of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Nara Rural Bank PLC wishes to inform 8 valued customers, shareholders, business partners, and the general public that the bank has officially changed its name from Nara Rural Bank PLC to Nara Community Bank PLC effective 1st April 2026. This change is in line with the ongoing microfinance sector reform by the Bank of Ghana aimed at enhancing operational efficiency, strengthening governance structure, and improving financial service delivery across the industry. Please be assured that this change of name does not affect the bank's legal status, obligations, existing agreements, products and services or operations. All transactions and commitments previously undertaken under the former name remains valid under the new name. In view of the above, customers and the public are kindly advised that with immediate effect all correspondence, transactions and references to the bank should bear the new name. Nara Community Bank PLC remains committed to supporting new financial growth and delivering improved services tailored to your needs. We take this opportunity to express our sincere appreciation to our customers, shareholders, and the general public for their continued trust, loyalty, and support. We look forward to serving you better under our new identity.
Megas with all your heads and more.
All right. You are still live on A1 Radio, 101.1 FM. Still live on Daybreak Upper East. All right. See, I can't help so Kobia. Basan yes at about $1. Then you certainly will have to look for Rainin Shopping Mall. Are you a resident of the Upper East region? Then you are welcome to Rainin Shopping Mall, the ultimate shopping paradise where you find everything you need. Rainin Shopping Mall is a place where shopping and dining comes together in one amazing destination. At Rainin, we have all forms of products ranging from electronics, standing fan, fridges. We have tabletops, deep freezers, air conditioners, office chairs. We have sofa for room, table, outdoor beds, normal tables, and many more. Ladies' dresses, kids' dresses, men's dresses, shoes and sandals for both. School bags, traveling bags, ladies' bags, gents' bags. We have curtains, window blinds, artificial carpets, and many more. Food items like chicken breast, sausages, gizzard, cheese, butter, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, local beverages, bottled water, vegetables like beetroot, cucumber, fresh turmeric, mint leaves, parsley. We have apples, oranges, dragon fruits, blueberry, pomegranates, spices like black pepper, white pepper, curry, jollof rice season, Lipton green tea, almond tea, noni tea, oat, imperial tea. Name it. Just name it. And Rainin has it. They have pastries. They also provide catering services. Plain rice, fried rice, fufu yam, grilled tilapia, plantain. Red Label, Captain Morgan, Blue Label, Jack Daniels. They have it all. Go to Rainin Shopping Mall located on the Commercial Street, opposite the post office. You can call them on 0244 291047. Rainin Shopping Mall, your ultimate shopping experience.
Cause we are still moving show, baby.
So Pearl is actually still ongoing. The Upper East region is developing a blueprint document intended to structure, intended to give cohesion, intended to give direction. So various people with expertise in diverse areas have been called upon, and they gather at the Desert Pastures, formerly Fountain Gate Chapel, to share ideas. Ideas that will be fine-tuned and featured in the document. Very soon,
yeah, by this kind of I'm daddy. With this cow, we go to but I'm a plan. I know what I could do more routine. I have me. Dima Temen come and put it on a baby coming. Boka, my son, the Yamin take. When they open out, I'm focused. Because I'm almost. And ten, on up it. I'll be boots and ben, I'm anti. They say my song be a real one. And so until be a just 7 kwan. I know go round for me. Today, them say me. Nanny, I'm in it. Mama, Shampoo got some theatre. Tenipano, coming. I get to give me the shabby. I get to give me the shabby. I get to get it, come in the shabby. Get it, come in the shabby. Praise the Lord, hallelujah, in the highest. You walk in your name, you are sitting in your name. Your mercy and your grace, I am grateful. I pretty say, I'm a serious. Say me got the moon, I'm a sissy. Me could be a bar, me back. I mean, I say, can't have my contact. Cause we are still moving, show, baby. See me here to my den, I'm a deep. I've met the so many chili. It's I think I crave you, been burning me. Friday, I could be in my club. Me, I'm buying a bakuya, I'm a talking. One corner, one lover. So, tears, yeah, then I am. I brand to my bro, me, young commander. For me, music, I'm a baby, no, I'm a baby, no, tell me, Pana, come on, tell me, Pana, come in, you deserve it. I got to take it, you deserve it. Tell me, Pana, come on, tell me, Pana, come in, you. Take it, come and deserve it. Take it, come and deserve it.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah, in the highest. Your wine and your make, what's in your make. Mercy and your grace, I am grateful. You turn my life around. No, I'm a shining star.
Yeah, but this kind of man, I'm daddy. Me this cow, me go to but I'm a planning. I know what I could do more routine, I have me. Di ma teme come kuti bona babe come. Oka ma sam de bia minti. Mene oka na minti. I'm focused. Because I'm home boss. And ten on nothing. I'll be boss and ben I'm they say my song be a real one. And so until be a just having one. I know go down from me. Today them say me. Nani na me da say. Mama savon got some tiase. Teni pano kamani. Teni pano kamani. Kaki take me the shabby. Kaki take me the shabby. Teni pano kamani. Teni pano kamani. Kaki take me the shabby.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah, in the highest. Your wine and what's in your
I love the smell of aroma from delicious meals, and that's why I always eat at the latest eating joint in town. Controller Canteen is the name. At Controller Canteen, they serve plain rice, kenke, jollof rice, banku with tilapia, fried plantain with beans, chiffon pepper soup, and rice balls. They serve breakfast. They also provide food and beverage orders for weddings, funerals, meetings, and workshops, and all other occasions. They work during weekdays and Sundays and are located at the ground floor of Controller and Accountant General Department Block. Controller Canteen, home of delicious meals.
When your car's ignition begins to sound like this, Toyota Auto Express Service Center can fix it with a smile. From diagnostic checks to general servicing, body and paint works, ties and car wash, we are ready for you. As an authorized Toyota Service Center in Bogatanga, we have genuine spare parts available for you. Call us now on 0559-179-655 or 0535-517-784 or 0535-504-394. We are ready for your call. You can locate Toyota Auto Express Service Center in Bogatanga at Pusunamo along the Bogatanga-Tamale Highway. We open from Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Toyota Auto Express Service Center, keeping you safely on the road.
drive more and more. Petrosol is giving back. Whether you are a driver or rider, your loyalty just hit the jackpot. For car owners, just buy fuel and accumulate to a total of 2,000 Ghana cedis and instantly get free fuel worth 50 Ghana cedis or branded souvenirs such as tissue boxes, car dusters, and other amazing prizes. And to our riders, just buy fuel and accumulate to a total of 500 Ghana cedis and instantly get free fuel worth 30 Ghana cedis or branded souvenirs such as tissue boxes, car dusters, and other amazing prizes. Umpewe, now per day, fully, not driving. Remember, it's all tracked in our customer database. Just fuel and win from 15 May to 31st August 2026. Petrosol, energizing dreams. Remember, terms and conditions apply.
Who dey brush? We dey brush them. Who dey brush? We dey brush them. Brush your teeth, brush your teeth every day and night. Slide the gems and talk to them. Write the gems away. England gem, we go brush them. Croatia gem, we go brush them. Panama gem, we go brush them. We go.
Whatever the germs, brush them away with the new Pepsodent, now in limited edition World Cup packs. This advert is FDA approved.
Sato, ABC, come tonton preko. Sato, ABC, come tonton preko. Drana drumming your bush, yeah, I can see all the malaria. Me born and it's so every mosquito that you run away. Sasso, ABC, come tonton preko. Sasso, come tonton preko. Nani shamne die, demonstranko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Yawa! So come here and want to told you penny on Galicious Abiwa promo mapuni. Narpag $1 million de banai, then 4 million Ghana cedis. Cannot told you promo puni. We put the Galicious promo paramache. That parading your onga powder promo sachets. The Bumpishika yambo, onga shrimp tablets, Takarkuma pisha. Hamele onga shitwarsanga be ye afongla and tetaba. Dega a scratch card. Yama scratch card and ye a number nama. $star 713 star 27 hash. Kajiking Gahandele. And told the Larpag 200,000 Ghana cedis. La Kuala belong to Bayimbala. And 20 freezer nama. Even parse the kitchen appliances Bible comes out from the promo puni. Promo puni la sim wala April bia piana no tinaga July bia piana no. Those from room to the garden and terminal panam pamolongoso. FDA nam zambanu pa kwa mamolongoso.
A bank that supports you. If you want a tester, stop right there. I'm not your tester. Yeah, massa. I'm deaf when you talk. Because I've been ready to jam my man call. It's your type punch you in the ass. Oh, Joe. You see my back, Jaja. See my front, Jaja.
All right, so you're still live on A1 Radio 101.1 FM. And we are still talking Pearl because it's a 3-day program. It started on the 29th. It runs to today. Today is the last day of the solicitation of ideas from the committee members and also the general public. People have gone to contribute to the documents. They've gone to suggest ways that they think, can help improve the region. And so it is up to the committee now to fine-tune all the suggestions that have come from the people and put it together before we launch the document itself later on in the year, towards November, December, thereabouts.
You see my back, Jaja. See my front, Jaja. When you see everything, Jaja, 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 oh, Jaja. You see my back, Jaja. You see my front, Jaja. When you see everything, Jaja, 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 oh, Jaja.
Baby, me I be hustler. If be love, I don't want no be sucker. If be slow, I don't talk, no be toaster. I get everything you need, I be shatter. Can't tell you this, can't tell you that. And then yo, cash, cash. Yes, I see your back, Jaja. Your front, your face, perfect. Me you walk my swadi, pepe. You go see say shut up, be there. Not gonna make no man take you away from me. No. Me I make ready for you, baby. Be ready, make you go. No be long talking, no be yapping. Sissy, yeah, shut I know they do long thing.
You see my back, Jaja. See my front, Jaja. When you see everything, Jaja, oh, Jaja. You see my back, Jaja. You see my front, Jaja. When you see everything, Jaja, oh, Jaja. 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 Jaja, oh, Jaja. Jaja. When you see Jaja, oh, Jaja. Playlist fade.
All right, so you're still here on A1 Radio 101.1 FM. This is Daybreak Upper East, and for the past 3 days, we've been talking about Pearl. Finally, the launch was done. Ideas have been solicited from the general public to put together a document that would structure, that will direct, that would fine-tune our region in the areas of development. So there are various thematic areas that we intend to grow in. And this initiative, the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana played a very key role. And Mr. Samson Awongobet also is one person that has been very instrumental. We have him on the phone line now to help us appreciate how far they've come and what his general impression of the activities so far is. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Blika.
Na ba blika anwane.
Na sama lafibe.
Lafibe. Okay. All right. Yes. For Akosal, mime.
Even though I'm married from Boloka here. But,
okay, so you should be speaking some Fafa.
I should be speaking Fafa from Kubosco. My wife is from Kubosco.
Wow, that's nice. Okay. So how would you describe activities so far? The launch, the attendance, the suggestions that have come in so far. How would you describe all of that?
Well, I think your respected media house was there from day one. And I'm sure you will speak to the numbers that you showed there. Both illustrious sons and daughters of the region came from far and near. Some of us have to come from Accra. Some even come across more than even Accra. Get to participate in this first maiden investment forum and to draw to see how best we can put up a document that can is foreseeable for the next 10 years in terms of open development of our region. From the infrastructure, when I talk infrastructure, from road, from tourism, from health, from mining, and so many from education, so many things. And I'm sure in the opening day, we had the Prime Minister elaborated, looking at to set up a university, agriculture university somewhere in the Budusa area, looking at to set up to upgrade our Dangungo hospital, the university storage, so that they can train medical students. Looking at to upgrade the Presbyterian.
Good morning, Sayawok.
Looking up to the route network from Boku to Polokongo route, the Boku Polokongo route. Look at the Labru Pakashana route. So many route networks that from the Business area. Look at the P. Only the June Center, they have they are having I think a Canadian support also, one of the Japan's, one of the countries support to put up a drilling center in the BTech. We call it BTech, right? That's the Bolga Technical University now. It's about Tech now, Bolga Technical University now. So that drilling center can be a center that can train their own students, train people who want to go into drilling industrial area, and then that can really use to help the government to do a lot of things within the region here, not just only the Upper East region. If that is done, it will even cover all the 5 regions as well, because of the necessity of that doing how very important, very key to national infrastructure growth. Also talking about the mining, the Kaduna Namdin mining, where it's started from the Tunga area, but you can see that the expansion of it has gone far to the Luarongo, to the Bungam to a catchment area, and these are different jurisdictions. You know where it begins from the township, it's a different tradition, and get to Bungo, I get to Luarongo is another tradition, goes to Bungo is another tradition. How can they come up with a document so that tomorrow there won't be any conflict between these divisional chiefs or these paramount chiefs? I think they are all paramount, because when you look at the Luarongo is a paramount, I think Bungo is a paramount, township is a paramount. So that at least this kingdom, they can come together to for a blessing. Because if mining comes to our area and there's mining, then different the royalties, the structure of the royalties should be shared, say that at least all this kingdom can also get. Then local content, how our youth, how the indigenous around, if there's other contract, they're like yesterday I was raising issue in regards to supply of water. Because if the mining engineers are going to the mining, they drink a lot of mineral water, bottled water, not the sacred water, the mineral water, the bottled water. How many cartons do they buy? I mean, that's just to be able to give to a young man, a young lady in the town, in the Luarongo area, in the Bungo area to be able to supply. They take a lot of breakfast. So therefore, you need beverages, you need bread, you need sugar, you need whatever. That should be, if they want, they need lubricants for their trucks, for their engine oil that they change to the machinery that they are using. You should be able to get someone from within to supply. That's what we talk about the local content. You don't go and bring someone from Accra or someone from not within the region to come and supply. Then that one now you have fulfilled the purpose of the local content. So we need to keep our eye. Youth groups are there. What are they doing for them? The community itself, what are they doing for them in terms of school, in terms of ICT? And so it is a conversation that we will learn from what happened at Takwa mines, Obuasi gold mines, that you will go into a community in Obuasi that is mining company, mining organization. Then yet by a mining town, then you can see that facilities are very deplorable state, so proper roads. But they come to take the money from there and then take it to South Africa and everywhere. So we don't want that to repeat. So we need experts to come into the committees and then speak to the issues, and then we come out with a collective document. And at the end of the day, one of the major things that fascinates me is that when we were discussing about the forum, I told the local minister, make sure that it's open up to both the minority, all the political parties, let them come. So yesterday, like this, if you could see the composition of the technical group that went to the conclave to come up with their proposals, you could see it was cut across. I've heard names like Honorable Oluna Abaigeva, former regional minister for Upper East, they were called. The other day I saw Honorable Boniface Agamila, yesterday he was there. I saw who was a former regional minister as well of Upper East, and later became was sent to Burkina Faso as ambassador.
He's right here in studio.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yes.
And then even this morning he called for my speech, and I've just shared with him. I'm sure he will be discussing that with you in studio there. Then I saw the current ambassador to Burkina Faso. He was also in the program. So people come from Slovakia, from Chinese people coming in. Some investors are looking for it. So some oil marketing companies that also want to put up a terminal like the one that we are seeing on the Bolka terminal route, where the boss has their terminal where they store the fuel for to supply this part of the country and Sahel countries to another private company. I think it's going to situate around the Tansi area as well. So these are development things that the conference really brought. And as I was saying, seeing all these, Dr. Agambila and others all former member of Parliament for Zebula, who became the deputy minister of Fish Region, Arongo, and others were all there. It was
with the caliber of people and the numbers that you saw, does it give you hope that this document will work? It is not one that will be on the shelves to gather dust.
I expect that because all of us have come to work on this document, should whoever become the next minister or whoever become which political party may become the next government, maybe after John Mahama government, they should be able to take this document and look at it. And maybe they may want to fine-tune it. I may want to also say, okay, let's try it here, let's try it here. But Adamila there in the city will tell me he's a policy person. Will tell that at least policy should work. If you have a policy should work like 5 years, minimum, maximum 10 years, then you can review it. So I would say this policy is a fresh policy. And so if there's any change of government, then there's no need for them to say, let's try the policy. They just have to polish it up and then take it up and then implement it. What I saw is to be a workable document that should be accepted by all. And I must say, quite apart from that's another leg of the conference. The other leg of the conference is the business people, that the entrepreneurs that we are raising here in the region. If you were there and you went around, you could see that we have a different, well, okay, and that is something that who interviewed them. Review one, you the blogger, you're the big one two. You commenting that we need the contact number of this person. If that person get a breakthrough, get a supplier, is going to employ more people to do production. We have another gentleman who seems to be doing product, i.e., oil, neem tree. Use neem to produce oil. In that neem oil, what I was told is that every goose, even went around with goose to spread. So if there's this armyworm, mostly this farming season, when there's armyworm research on your farm, you can use that neem tree oil to fight this armyworm. So in that way, we have a medicine itself here, antidote to solve that issue. That can also become a minister of agri, minister of cocoa board, and others can even look into it. They can do research into it, scientific into it, and then probably scale up the production of that product to make sure that, okay, this is our organic that will be able to help solve our issues here that we are having in the country. And so I can tell you, in this community that were there making doing the exhibition, some of them probably have never been to any trade fair before. This is the first time, and that could lead them to, or land them into a bigger contract, getting a bigger buyer who will come to buy products here, right here in Bolga, and even to our national level, and also to prepare it for an export. So we saw a lot. Small weavers, we saw the kente, our kente, we saw the shrine area. That is another way of tourists, where the soon went around to see the Goa shrine. That is a tourist area we can develop if we haven't developed it well, if we haven't said so much about it for people to trace and come and see the crocodile area. What can be done? What values of infrastructure can we add there? So that at least if you go there to visit, you have a place to rest, you have a place to buy a bottle of water and drink, you have a place if you're hungry, you can sit down and eat and go. These are infrastructure that we need to create within our area. I'm told around the Bongo area, there is a rock, which is a male and female, and it has a history of slavery. Those days they were trading this, they use our forefathers for slavery trade. That can create it for tourists and people will come. And outside the new media, they will be able to go there, make a documentary and post it into their pages. And that could lead for many people tripping to the region to watch. I'm told doing like this, we also have another tourist area there. If you go to the Zimla side, I'm from the Boku side. You could see even we're talking about trying to make a buffer for these elephants that always come. You know, when you're driving by this time to Boku area, luckily in the morning or in the evening, you can meet the elephants just around the white volta or the red volta. There's a white volta. You can see them
Very well.
there.
I think that you've raised very vital points. I mean, we are still putting the document together. Definitely, when all of it is done and we are going to launch it, we'll still have a lot of conversations to have. But this morning, we want to thank you for your time and definitely come back to you when it's necessary.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you're aware that today is the final day. The president will make excess from the grounds and what we have collectively agreed on before we do the official closing ceremony. So I believe yourself and your team and other media houses in the region, I'm told if you are not aware, it is important. It's not. We are all doing this for sacrifice. I have to come all the way from Accra with my team to help run this forum is to the benefit of to our own people. And so let us contribute our put one way or the other. I'm sure Professor Dr. Gamila has also come from somewhere. Nobody's paid anybody transportation, fuel, all are coming here for the benefit of the region. So you, the media, can also make it a point to be at the closing ceremony and to take essence from the closing ceremony to the rest, as well as those who couldn't come, so that without you, nothing can be heard. Without you, just on Monday program, we wouldn't have gone far. So we still need you people to be at the closing ceremony to know exactly what will be the take-homes. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. We are grateful and have a nice day. We'll definitely pass by. All right. So that was Mr. Awongo Betts. He is the secretary for the Importers and Exporters Association, and he's part of the people that have been very instrumental in the putting together of the blueprint document for the Upper East region. This morning, I'm privileged to be in same studio with two illustrious sons of the Upper East region. These two men in the studio have worked in various areas as far as putting the Upper East on the map is concerned. And I have in studio Dr. Boniface Gombila Adogbila, and also he's the former director of the Ghana National Service, former Upper East Regional Minister, former Member of Parliament for Nabdan, former acting CEO for the NDA. He did that for 3 months, ambassador to Burkina Faso, and also formerly of VR, I beg your pardon, training academy. So this man, he has done it all and he's still doing. And also I have a very familiar name. I know when I mention his name, you say, oh, Mr. Ayorgo. Bismarck Adongo Ayorgo. He's the executive director for the Northern Patriots in Research and Advocacy, NOPRA. And NOPRA is very familiar. I'm sure if you are an ardent follower for development issues, you listen to issues or people that are advocating for the growth of this region, then Mr. Bismarck Adongo Ayorgo's name shouldn't be new to you. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you very much for coming.
Good morning.
How are you both doing?
Good.
All right. So let me start with Mr. Ayorgo. How do you feel knowing that we are still in the process of putting together a document, one that intends to give us a direction as a region?
Thank you very much. And once again, good morning to you and your able team. Privileged to be hosted by you. We have always met, talk and laugh, but I never had the opportunity to sit in the studio, hosted by you. I'm also very privileged to be sitting by my main man, His Excellency, former ambassador to Burkina. I remember when I got to the venue, of all the people, I choose to go and sit by him.
Wow.
But each time you get closer to him, you learn one or two new things. So I spent much of the time sitting by him. Anytime there was space, I asked him one or two things. So I'm very, very blessed this morning that to my left you are there, and in front of me, His Excellency, the Honorable himself. To quote your own words, he has seen it all.
Yeah, and done it all. And still doing.
He has done it all. and you did very well by asking me to start, because if you had made that grievous mistake to tell him to start, then at the end of it,
when he baths, all the water will finish in the house. So
I was just packed and gone. But if he speaks first, there will be
nothing to say.
Yeah. So now back to your question. Yes, having a regional development framework is something that we are all happy with. We are all happy with because research, countless number of research works have established empirically that when a region has a well-coordinated multi-district development plan, it attracts more investment than single district development plans. You can read this from a study by World Bank in 2019. You can read this from a study by ISA. ISA is a research unit of University of Ghana, Institute of Social Economic Research, Institute of Social, Statistical, and Economic Research. So they have all concluded that regions that have multi-district coordinated plans seem to have more investment than those of us that are standing alone. So that is something that is very good, giving us a blueprint that this is what will unlock the huge development potentials of this geographical area. It's something that should be welcomed too. It is brilliant, and I was happy to see great personalities like His Excellency seated in your studio here. In fact, it was Upper Easterners coming together. You did not see those plans that I had the privilege to going to sit and see only MPP members, going to sit and see only NDC members. But here we had our eminent chiefs, we have our technocrats, we have people who matter in the MPP, people who matter in the NDC, and those of us who some of you call the noise makers were also part. So it was, in fact, a holistic, participatory program. And I think it is something that we should all be happy and praying that the evil that hunted previous plans and they never saw the light of day, this time, that evil will go and sleep and never wake up. By the time it is waking up, we might have had the resources to implement this plan. But it touches critical sectors of the Upper East economy.
Okay.
I remember a study, again by World Bank, that stated that, look, mineral-dependent economies usually become very poor if there is no diversified development framework put in place before mineral exploitation or extraction peaks. And this is several years ago.
Okay.
And it's like this study was talking to the good people of Upper East region, because we have, in fact, of late the biggest mining companies in the country, and production is yet to peak. And again, ISAT did a study and said that the Southern Belt, they went and did research in mining communities, and they realized that poverty was more chronic or endemic after the mining companies finished everything and left, because there was no strategic plan in place for them to make significant contributions for sustainable livelihoods after they are gone. So this is something that I think it is good, and we must all support in whatever way we can. This is what I'll end, and we'll continue.
Okay, so anyway, I was just going to say, you've said it all. You were saying that when Ambassador Gombila, I don't know what to say. Gambila. Gambila.
If you were around this area, we would have called him a Gambila.
A Gambila. Myself, I've always called him a Gambila. Boniface a Gambila. Yes. So Gambila. Yes. But you've said quite a number of important things. Good morning, Ambassador. Once an ambassador, always an ambassador. Please, how are you?
I'm very good. Nice to see you.
Yes.
I just went to ask, I said, how come you didn't make out the name?
I've always said Agambila. So when
we have Dr.
Dr. Agambila, I do know.
For Bulgaria.
Yes.
I know people make those mistakes.
No, but this Boniface is very popular. We know this name. It's a name that we've related with for a very long time. Yes. So particularly where I want to start with you is having people of your stature, your caliber, having an interest in this blueprint. What triggered that interest?
Difficult to say, isn't it? It for some people, it's part of the DNA. You are born a community person. First of all, once you are born, the family member, you grow into the society, so you become the community person. We move out to the wider area of the system. So, Nabdam first. I was born in Nabdam first. So I have to carry Nabdam high. Then I realized Nabdam is in Upper East. So I have to carry Upper East. Then we go nationwide.
You went to Northern.
Yes, carrying Upper East. So this is the kind of
orientation
and trend we follow. And once you don't discriminate negatively, then things like that become tools for you to use to support all of people. I've been a minister before, and I know what it means to develop policies and implement policies, manage institutions. So issues of negative discrimination, tribal, no, they are not part of my. So all of us today are nationalists, Ghanaians, and Pan-Africanists. So when I saw the invitation, then I said, hooray, another time has come for us to try something. And I think I took interest to participate. First of all, to know the knowledge that will be put in and to know what it is that will be following into the future. So 10 years is not far. So 10 years, in the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you can do something when you have a plan. You remember we had SAD. We had SAD for a purpose. We, the politicians, came to change it, making it, it wasn't a bad idea to review, to try to change, to expand and all those. It wasn't bad. But the question was, did we achieve the objectives of SADA before any other change? So I got worried. It had to be changed, to be widened, to make it difficult to manage. But SADA came as a result of a northern efficiency problem. So we needed to focus on SADA to ask ourselves, how far can we go to get the North to the level we want? Now, if you come and you have expanded it, you are adding more load because we were in the expansion system and it was difficult and certain areas were being denied. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, that was a worry, even though I finally had to go into SADA myself, NDA, it was changed. And I tried to do my part, but I was given a period of
3 months.
a temporal of 3 months before I go to Ouagadougou. So now this PEL we're doing, the good thing is the technical team has done a good review of past documents that they to develop. Bishop Akolgo mentioned that him. You know, we used to have Upper East developments on when we used to have these regional developments under Champon. But those years, it was just how to buy milk and sugar and and soap. But at least it was a program. The Upper East program those years when we were very young or teenage, we saw that there was business.
Okay.
There was real business in the system. We came to see Eurodep. Within Eurodep, FASCOM. So these are things we can learn from. So some of them we say, sometimes we say, oh, let's leave the colonial things. But you look into the old things and you can pick what can be done in the modern day. And some of the old things, if you bring them today, people who didn't know will see them as a modern thing. Okay. So you cannot tell me, for example, Eurodep FASCOM program, if brought back today, will not be useful. Then the Upper East system now, there's one thing I mentioned yesterday. We need to have our own capable human resource so that we can be better. We are getting these mining things coming up. Are we developing people? Are we training our young persons into how to explore and exploit and process gold in the school? Are we training them? Gold is what brings money. And yet we have an educational system that is teaching us how to speak English and to speak French, but not teaching us how to go to the ground and extract the gold. So there's a gap in our human resource development and in the real resource and material development. So this PEL needs to link to the educational system in the region. We have it, a university, technical, we have other universities. So we need something specific with them. So that if I want to study how to do gold business, say that, today we are talking of galamsey and whatnot. Can we have can we train ourselves in a proper galamsey work rather than going to learn geography, history, English, French only? We not say it's not good. We learn them.
Yeah.
And we use the language to extract the gold. So how would I use my French or my Spanish or my Chinese language to help the Upper East to be able to get investors to come into the gold mining sector? Is because I can speak Chinese, so I can speak and convince the Chinese. That would be my contribution. Are you getting the point I'm trying to do? So those links have to, or gaps have to be looked at properly. What we also need seriously is our quote unquote, our foolish political divisions. Some people do not understand the issues of politics and partisan politics. We must take politics seriously, and we must try to work out within the partisan groups very seriously so that we know, yes, if it's my turn, I got to follow the pattern of development. But our system has come such that when you look at our constitution, winner takes all, and the winner takes all, and he's so greedy or she's greedy, not bringing in people, rather sending out people. So that is what it is. So for me, in my past, people would know I don't say I hate discrimination, but I wouldn't discriminate. Once it's for growth of this community, so be it. Now, I mentioned a point earlier that we should also try to develop our human resource to be various areas. And I'm going to give an example. We used to have a project in the Upper East called IFAT. I don't know if it is available. It's not. IFAT.
It's not.
In around 2005, 2006, when I was in the minister, then the team came from, Italy. That's where the FAO head office. And they came to conclude their evaluation and to determine whether to close the project as an end project or to continue. I got a hint in a way that when they got to Accra, Minister of Agri, the whole minister, and the directors who are sitting in Accra, not in Upper East, Upper West, said, the project, it hasn't achieved much. It's like it's a waste. But people in the Upper East, Upper West would have known the benefits of IFAT. It was a very successful program, and it was a very useful program. So this was what happened in Accra under a minister of agriculture, under directors of agriculture, on a project that was in the north. And they sit in Accra and are able to determine by reports from wherever, I don't know, and say, it certainly has to end because it wasn't, it's not making an impact. Right? But I didn't know. I had no idea this was what happened before the team came to Upper East. And I had an appointment with them as the regional minister. And they came and put the program down. And they asked me about the IFAT, how do I see it? So that if I made a statement, a negative statement, they had a caveat then, an excuse to what? Sign the end of the project. So I told them, I don't have so much to say. What I have to say is, for me, it's difficult to catalog the benefits and the challenges of the project. But what I want to tell them is, if we can picture, if the project hadn't come, what our situation beyond poverty would have been. That is how I'm looking at that project. Because it's so difficult that to say that the project was good or it's not good. Because I cannot tell you, you cannot see the picture of the past to be able to say today that, this project has been so useful to the people of the North. You know what? Then we dwell into other things. But when they got out, then one of the team members, who was a Ghanaian, came back and told me that, hey, the people have approved the project to continue because of what you said. But when we went to Accra, your minister, your directors of Agric, So that statement you made, that we cannot picture the usefulness and the worthiness of the IFAD project, it struck them. So they quote unquote, they were confused and flabbergasted, as people say. So they then decided to expand IFAD in a way to northern region and sent Roy to Tamale. So that was how Roy Ayarga got to Tamale. So if we have to toe in this line, decisions are being made and we are not part. Where will we go? So these are some of the issues we need to look at. Not necessarily, oh, we want rules, we want this. No, but we should be able to chalk distance. If I'm there as part of a decision maker, I should be able to say, hey, you've forgotten this place.
Okay.
The day we were sitting in the hall 2 days ago, someone was asking me that. And in fact, I read it in social media. That, how come we have 15 MPs in Upper East, gave NDC 15 MPs 100%, and we are not number one on the big push? And I said, oh, yes. Let's take it as an oversight and omission, because this is just first and second year. But we need to make a case. Have our MPs made the case? You get a point. Have they made the case that yes, we 15 of us, 100% representation, and we're not number one on A, B, and C big push? Are you getting the picture?
Yeah.
So I know when I speak like this, because I'm a politician, somebody will say it's politics. This is where I say we should take the politics and the partisan politics seriously. Because all over the world is politics. Go to America, they are doing politics to elect their leaders, Democrats, Republicans. Go to Britain, conservatives, all over the world. So it is the same thing they push to us. So we also need to use, but we should use it positively.
All right. Let me go to Mr. Yorgo. Thank you, sir. The Upper East region does not stand alone. We are not on an island. We belong to a country called Ghana. Curriculums are not developed in the Upper East region. They are developed elsewhere and brought to us. Now, we have identified technical vocation as an area where we can grow. Mind you, now people sit in their rooms and something you would have used days to do, AI will help you to use 30 minutes to finish it. A time will come, a lot of people will be displaced in the area of job. But when you learn a trade, you learn carpentry, you learn masonry, you learn welding, it stays with you. That's one I'm not sure AI can do. How do we inculcate this in our education? What type of priorities should we set? We have schools, technical schools that do not have workshops in this region. Schools you describe as technical schools, children go to school, they learn fashion and design, they come and they can sew their own uniforms. We have schools that have fashion and design and uniforms are being sewn elsewhere for them. What type of synergy are we supposed to create such that we are able to let these things relate? Okay, we want to develop as a region. Can we communicate well to central government that in the Upper East region, we want to sew our own school uniforms and our school children can do that? If you have a contract for the region, we want to see how the children in Baltec learning how to build the construction. We want them to be part of it so that before they come out of school, I'm struggling to put this together, but I'm sure you get the picture. How do we do that?
Thank you very much. See, education, we are told, is supposed to help us add value.
Yeah.
For what we have come to meet. Improve it. Make it better. I have always said, over 1 million years ago, my community, Zara, and I guess other communities, that we describe them as illiterates, invented a hoe. This hoe that we used to farm, invented a hoe. late Epsona told me that the hoe was really invented in Zara, my community. So we even had a festival, Alaskoma, Honorable Alaskoma had a festival. That hoe that was invented centuries ago is still the hoe that the PhD holders have come to meet, and we haven't been able to add any value, any atom or particle of value to the whole. Okay? We haven't been able to do anything with our technology, with our advancement. I'm sure at the time Zara people were inventing the whole, the Chinese people were only kicking and knocking each other and were watching the films. Today, every single equipment that you want to use it for agriculture or anything, we are running to China or India. I haven't done that. Okay? Now, back to your question. Over 20 years ago, we, as people of Ghana, decided that we wanted to do decentralization. So that you don't sit in Accra and by the stroke of a pen, ask that the people in Akamukuri or Honorable Boniface Gambila at the time being regional minister should get up and do this, do that. We should be able to sit down and determine or define our priorities. So you see, what has become of decentralization? I learned these days that they are thinking of recruitment should be done at the district level or what level. Everything was still done in Accra. So if we really want to demonstrate practical commitment to the policy of decentralization and local governance, we can say that, look at our environment. This is what we want our children to know in the next 10, 20, 30 years. I'm sure there are young people in this region that if we pick a sedimentary rock or any type of rock or stone and carry gold and go and say choose gold, they may not be able to differentiate them. You understand? But we are surrounded by gold. Cardinal Nandimi and Early International are competing from Talisi, heading towards Nabdan, going to Zongoyiri in Boku West, moving to Bongo, and taking to this Casino and Canal West and Central, moving to Sandama. Uwere Company, Atlantis is Abelipele is a stakeholder. It's also starting from Circle here and moving to Kwaluku and going to this northeast. We are surrounded by minerals. But most of us, we can't differentiate gold, diamond, this. That is the local resources. We buy, I know you, the ladies like this strawberries, or they'll just draw certain fruits and put there. When we have when we have our own Sinsibi, I told Honorable that I want to come and then he hold my hand and link me to an investor. I want to do shea fruit juice. Okay. We also have a number of fruits here. Have we been able to add value to them using the technology or the expertise of our technical people?
Someone started the baobab juice.
Yeah, the baobab juice.
I don't know how that went. And one of the challenges he had was storage. You know, it's that when you leave it out of the fridge, it ferments.
Extended life. Myself and a women call a women group called Northern Savannah Women Enterprise. I and my team happened to get this thing, support from USAID, the previous USAID. And I must use this opportunity. I never mentioned it to Honorable. At the time we wanted to apply for that funding, NOPRA certificate had expired and we couldn't have applied. So I called Honorable and said, and we didn't have money. I called Honorable and released 1,000 CDs for us to renew the certificate and apply and got the funding. If it hadn't been because of Donald Trump, and his trumpet, the program would have still been there. So they supported the women with a number of machines. If they produce their soya milk and you test it with the milk in the system, you throw the milk in the system away and take theirs. But they are unable to sustain its shelf life beyond 24 hours if it is not refrigerated. You understand? So it would have been a perfect replacement of what? Vitamilk. You understand? Because if you taste that and taste this, you choose that. So we are not adding value because we are not prioritizing. We are not using the technical knowledge. We are not using the book knowledge. You see, we prefer to learn. And when we mount a platform, you talk and quote extensively Aristotle and Socrates. You see, talking about philosophical underpinnings. The
big words.
Yes, he's speaking English.
That's a professor.
Someone who gets first class in engineering will have to still take his car to the wayside. Fitter to fix it for him. So there is a total disconnect between education and reality. You understand? So back to the question once again, we are not using the decentralized powers to look at what the realities on the ground and prioritize what we can do to develop ourselves. Professor Miller used to make argument and I used to disagree with him. Later on, he sat me down and explained. He said, look, Northern Ghana is not poor. It's the people of Northern Ghana that are poor. And I was saying that this appears to be philosophical. And then he had to explain. We have everything, resources in their commercial quantities. Okay? And why are we not making good use of them? So that is the issue. So I would think that, look, we should really, I learned experts like His Excellency Boniface Gambila, when they come to the policy of decentralization, they have something they call devolution, where real power is really given to the bottom so that the center does not dictate everything. Okay? So I'm thinking that we need to change the narrative so that we'll be able to make good use of local material or look at our priorities and begin to see why does I learned Chinese or what, they have now developed a machine that you can use to easily sew. You're just roaming and it is sewing for you. Why can't we do that? And our technical school, I have a very good friend I like so much. He's in the technical school there. We're talking and say, oh, they are not trying to even see whether they can introduce law. I said, look, my friends that I roam with or chat with in this region, it's like I know about 20 of them that are currently in law school. So one day I just made a joke. I said, so we want to now come to produce a talking region. Okay? Because for me, law is about talking. Nobody is thinking about what we can do to transform this region with technical expertise and technology. Do you understand that? So we need to rethink. We need to reposition ourselves. I learned the technical school there. They have a machine that has never been operated. That machine can cut any part of a car or motor vehicle. Any part. You don't need to go to this in China or anywhere to import. It can cut any part of a motor vehicle or car. It is sitting there. Nobody knows how to use it. And I learned the excuse is that it is written in Chinese. Why can't we go and get the program, somebody was there doing ching chong, and somebody was interpreting.
Yeah, we even have Ghanaian interpreters working with them.
So we could have done that.
Yeah.
So, but we are all interested in the English language. It's good. Like Honorable said, His Excellency said, if you don't communicate effectively, I used to teach my students, I say you need English is simple, but if you don't learn it well too, you can't cause problem. Throw a stone to me and throw a stone at me.
Yeah, there are two different things. Yeah.
At you, they can kill you.
Yeah.
To you, you want to receive.
Yes.
So it is important we know language. But our emphasis on brofu, is meaning too much to the neglect of what we need to do to add value to our things. It's a problem.
Yeah. Let me come to you, Ambassador. And I am sad because as a region, we are talking about how to develop. And if we have to develop, the human resource should be the first thing. Now, as we speak, I don't know if it is an area of interest to Pearl, but if you go around the workshops, be it welding, carpentry, whatever, seamstressing, hairdressing, they will tell you that the common slogan now is Komalakabo to Toma. That they come and learn. And, you know, sometimes the masters give them, when they get big jobs, they give them something small out of it to motivate them to come. Once you give them such monies, they go and the next day they don't come. Until they are done spending that money, they don't come. They are not ready to learn. And everybody is saying, is the gold. Is the... So how do we reorient our young people? We have a lot of work to do. It's not just about the document, but I think that some of the things we should be looking at is how we can get people to have a mindset that will get them to begin to learn something. It is important that they learn a trade. They learn how to use their hands. Because in 10 years to come, that will be more. Those people actually make more money than the big English people. But people still do not know.
It's true. And it may not be only the gold or the mining. There are other factors that contribute. Before the mining, a chat like that.
Yeah.
I know as we're growing, our roadside fitters, welders, and things will advance. I know. Now, you know, when we started oil and gas industry was looking for welders with master's degree. And at that time, I was in South Africa. One of the institutes gave me a program, and I saw things about welding, master's program, welding, that. That we can also bring our people, send our people for studies and all. And I sat back, I said, hey, welding too. I get it. I'm saying so for you to get it.
Yes, I get the picture.
So that's why I begin to say in future the welders, the masons will advance. I also know, had experience in the UK, where PhD holders, master degree holders in the 90s abandoned these degrees and went to learn plumbing and some of these electrical things. Because at that time, Britain, there was more money in fixing people's pipes and electrical wires. So you have a degree in something, and you are not making money. So you say, let me go and learn how to fix some bit of plumbing.
Okay.
So it happened in UK that year. So definitely it will happen here. But the question is when. I also know a child who was in school. On particular days in the week, he goes to the teacher and says, hey, madam, you know, tomorrow I won't come to work at school. Tomorrow is market. Because this child goes to the market to be able to make money and pay his own fees. This is a real story I'm giving you. That boy. And that was in Accra. Then back home here, in our own community here again, I'm aware. Practical experience. The child is in the class. The father walks to the school. Oh, it's a Yorgo in. This is a JHS or school. It's a Yorgo in. Then they call a Yorgo. The father has come for chop money from the child. Because the child does other these mining things and whatnot. But he goes to school.
Okay.
These are real
stories.
Yeah, which I had contact with. So we will see now that the government of Ghana are looking into TVET and all those things. I'm sure we'll make progress. We cannot leap immediately, but we'll make progress. And so that's why in the beginning, I said, with this PEL, we need to connect it to the various sectors. Education will be Volga Technical University. So yesterday I spoke with the doctor facilitating, our former DC, Bishop, my brother Bishop. I spoke with him and he said, yes. I spoke with Atembia, who is very good in mining, because he's facilitating that group work. He says, yes. They've already identified it. And so the BTU, for example, has its own powers to review its curriculum.
Yeah.
The Takwa UMAT, they are doing into mining and all this tech, so they also have their rights to do. The other point I want to bring that I think is important, some of this, our social relations and things, that will help PEP and the entire North is something I've been sharing. And I tried when I was 3 months acting CEO in Northern Development Authority to create that office. I tried. If I said 4th month, 5th month, I would have created that office. What is this? And our chiefs, and generally the whole country, when it came to issues of herdsmen, you hear that chiefs have given land and taken money, and the herdsmen are there creating problems. You heard of that before. It's the same thing with mining. That chiefs have released lands and they are doing mining. But the chiefs are not taking the mining job themselves. The traditional councils are not. They leave it to individuals. So the Chinese comes, the whatever, Moroccan comes, talks with the chief, with a local person, they get the land and they start whatever it is. And that this problem has come up in Galamsey. So what can we do? For us, we need to go, this one needs to go beyond, let me say, under PEP. We can even do it under PEP. What can our chiefs do? For example, if we have our paramount chiefs, in terms of the North, the office I wanted to create was Eminent Council of Chiefs of the North, or we say Northern Eminent Council of Chiefs. So I wanted to create an office for them. So we had the overlords of the Gonja, Mampurugu, which other Yana, Dagon, because these are 3 quote unquote overlords. But in the Upper East, in the Upper West, we have our paramount chiefs who happen also to relate with these overlords in a way. Now, if you have these 3, 4 overlords forming this council, and you have whoever will be the current president of the Upper East House of Chiefs, for example, if it is Boku Naba. So Boku Naba goes to join the Eminent Council of Chiefs. Okay? Upper West. If it is the Nandona, who is the president of the House of Chiefs over that period, goes to join these 3, 4 overlords. Then we now have what we call the Northern Eminent Council of Chiefs. And this is an experience from the colonial days. Now, what would they do? This Eminent Council of our Northern Chiefs should be our mouthpiece. When they meet the government, when they meet the president, when they meet the minister, they have a common demand for the North. Not for Boku, not for Yendi, not for Naleru, not for Damongo, not for Bolga, not for Navrungo alone. But they will say, look, this project, for example, Palugu multipurpose project, the question is it good for us in the north? Yes. So they go to the presidency, they say, look, this project, we want it done for the north. And we, the eminent council of chiefs from the north, representing the entire northern sector, are saying that we want this project done. Okay? But what happens? The president comes and each chief is meeting the president. And you know what? I'm talking from my experience. These individual chiefs will be asking president, I want a car. I want an auction car. Are you getting the point? That is individualistic. So under Pearl, let's have a council of eminent chiefs, or all our paramount chiefs. We have that council of eminent chiefs under Pearl. Then they can always tell the government or the president, this project, our 10-year project we have, a plan we have drawn, we are interested in this project in the next 2 years, in the next 4 years. Can we together deal with it? So that will give a good picture to the world that, hey, if I go to Upper East as an investor, I am protected, because even the chiefs who represent the people are interested in this project. So there can be no negative things against me when I go there. The law will protect me, the chiefs will protect me. So it is important for us to, if these things are not happening, we're going to remain the same. Like I was telling my brother the other day, when Achampo was head of state, he went to a community in the south and asked them, today I am here, what do you want? Tell me and I'll give you. And Achampo, who was president of Ghana, he asked the community, you know what they said they wanted? They wanted a signboard with the name of their town written on it. Because they see other people have signboards. Can you imagine? So we shouldn't let that happen to us. We need to have a council of eminent chiefs under Pearl. And they should always speak for the region. And so with Upper East, yes, we have the regional house of chiefs. But there should be this council of eminent chiefs. You take one, take Bokunaba, come to Bolga, pick one.
But is the House of Chiefs not a place where all these chiefs and even others convene?
Excuse me to say, they go and ask for V8. They're going to ask for.
So maybe we should be advocating for them to have
I want to
a rethink and rather prioritize the development of the region.
You see, and when you say House of Chiefs, it's big. It's big. So within, there should be, that's why I began to say, if you take from the eastern side, you take Bokunaba. Okay?
Okay.
You go to the west side, take maybe Sandema. Central, you pick another, Bolga or Navrungo. So 3, 4, 5 of them. They formed the Council of Eminent Chiefs for Upper East Pearl. So for them, they will always talk to the government, the minister, the president, especially when the president comes to the region. No matter his program, they should meet him and present what is the general need
of the people. All right. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Let me come to you. Beautiful ideas, well-learned and experienced suggestions coming in from all angles, apolitical. Finally, when Pearl is put together, who does the monitoring and at what interval should we monitor to know if we are really on track?
Somebody once said that politics is too serious to be left in the hands of only the politician, because he takes a decision and that one you can go hungry the whole day because of his decision. He takes a decision, and your bread too can be well buttered. You understand? So it's too serious if you allow the politician alone. I hear most of us say, "Oh, I'm not a politician." In the wisdom of Aristotle, everybody is a politician. Only that the partisan nature of it that we at times it is minimal. So it should be the concern of everybody. I will say that, look, if Pearl framework is finally finalized and we have it, electronic or print copies, everybody should show interest.
Everybody should get the copy.
You see, it is said that if you've ever been bitten by a snake and you see a worm, you jump and cry, isn't it? Previous mouth-watering strategic plans did not bring food to the table.
Okay.
So we are guided by that bitter experience. Okay? When late Professor Mills, under his watch, that we had the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority. Gilbert Eddy was the first, came another person, then Charles Aburi came. It was Charles Aburi that really breathed life into SADA. Okay? And I interacted with officials at this SADA and NDA, and they also said the 3-month or 2-month short stay of His Excellency here also left an indelible mark at that place. At that time I asked, so why are they carrying him to Burkina? When you all know that, they said the only difference is that Charles could come out and let us know, let the world know what was happening. Honorable worked on the quiet. They said that was their difference. And many were also praising him. So what am I saying? I'm saying that, look, SADA was a brilliant development blueprint. Charles' leadership stretched a hand of invitation to everybody, person with disabilities, civil society, everybody to participate and make inputs. And if you take the SADA master plan, I think I made no mistake when President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, at the time he was a candidate, was going around looking for soliciting inputs. When an invitation was given to civil society, and I had the blessing of the civil society to go and speak at Nat Hall, I carried that master plan. In fact, my dear Umu, if you don't take proper breakfast, you can't carry the master plan. Because the problems of Northern Ghana are enormous and cannot be measured. So they put it, it's a huge document. His Excellency will testify. We carried it and went and dumped in front of him. Those of you who were there, you saw it. And I said, look, he didn't need to waste his time consulting the people of Northern Ghana. Everything was here. All that he needed to do was to find money for us to implement this one effectively. It is there gathering dust. Okay? It is there gathering dust. Even though he did well by appointing a CEO, and the CEO is struggling. I learned he was here yesterday or the day before yesterday. Okay? He's there struggling. No money. Okay? But Dr. Tamporo will say, you have money to do something or you don't have money to do something. It's a function of priority, meaning they've not prioritized it. So if you are from that experience and they are gathering fine brains again, that we should talk, and they put another comprehensive development blueprint. Yes, you can't jump to 2 without starting 1. So we must have something on the table. But because of that, and in response to your question, everybody needs to watch this Pearl framework without blinking an eye. Because we have look, what did they do with SADA? Came NDA. After His Excellency left, they were changing signatures and stealing money. They are even in court. I think this month, the High Court will determine the case in Tamale. Our own brother is in it. The court will determine. I cannot, who am I to say whether he will be pronounced guilty? But the case against him, as Special Prosecutor read, was money meant for Northern Ghana development. They had to inflate zeros, and then they caught them. So they are in this thing. That's the former CEO from Boku. He's from Boku. He was even actually 8 man. And when he was going there, some of us were clapping and jumping and saying that, oh, once he's coming from civil society, he is to face the law. So what happened? There was a day again, I called Honorable, he couldn't pick. The line wasn't even going. I sent him a text. Till today, I don't know whether he saw the text or not. I wanted to ask him for support and his people for support so that we'll print t-shirts and go and meet Nana Ado and then Baumea at Kwalko and say, thank you very much for coming for the shortcutting. What has happened? What has happened? They brought the whole country to Kwalko. Now we are doing multi-purpose dam. And we all clap. Okay? I wanted us to print t-shirts and thank them because that multi-purpose dam has been on the drawing board before your mother was married. Okay? So what has happened?
Yesterday, not to cut you short, the DCE for Boku West was here and he talked about the perennial flooding, that anytime it rains, their people suffer. Now, during the rainy season, the Bagre Dam, they open it.
They open.
But the dry season, when the farmers need the water for farming, they close it. This dry season, water didn't come.
And this was supposed to also, part of it is to control the flooding. We'll harvest the water and use it. What happened? What happened? Okay? So, and we are having, Honorable just chipped in this thing. Even, I don't know whether he saw mine or something, he saw elsewhere. I put it on Facebook. Yesterday. That 15 MPs elected, people queue and elected someone to represent this region called Council of State member. The president in his wisdom also sat and appointed an illustrious son of this region to be a Council of State member. They should be the mouthpiece of Upper East region. And the whole country said, no, the Upper East, they're having what? Competent members of parliament. So let one of the leaders from the majority in parliament come from Upper East. So 1, 2, 3, 15 MPs, plus majority leader, plus elected Council of State member, plus appointed Council of State member. They all slept and snore and big push. Projects. Game-changing projects and the big push. Go out and tell me, where are big push projects in this thing? They say, oh, road infrastructure. I was thinking that from Bolga to Fumbisi, where our mouths are, where our stomachs are fed, they would have put it under that one. Our almighty Boku, that every year, Boku road. Many roads to the Swing area, Namu area. All those things. And they are using mineral royalties and that of the oil revenues. We have something we call annual budget funding amount of petroleum revenues to support this. So it's like we are not getting our fair share. You see the problem? So this one, I'm using all this to answer your question and to justify why no one should blink in monitoring Pearl. And asking the critical questions. You understand? We must ask the critical questions. If you sleep and wake up, fortunately, it appears Honorable Donald Tusakamukure is very responsive to the cause of citizens. I remember one of the technical members leading the framework got up and I went and met him somewhere. He said, Obiswa, can you stop and do for me? We are going for this Pearl meeting. We want to finalize something. I think that was 28th. And 29th was the program.
Okay.
So I said, Minister hasn't given you a car. Then he said, Minister said they should all sacrifice because there's no money. So he wants to take his own canoe. Well, he didn't bring his car from Accra. I just placed a call. The minister said, oh, is that it? Before I left the place, the coordinating director drove there and picked the person. So he responds to people's calls. Okay. Once you draw his attention to issue, he's very highly responsive. So let's all watch without blinking and put pressure on central government. Mama has less than it's just about 2 years to go. So if you don't raise critical voice, don't worry when they say you are MPP or you are NDC, say you are an Upper East, you are hungry.
Okay.
Okay. So if we don't do that, and we just go to sleep, we wake up and Pearl will turn to something. Will spell doom for us.
Let me go to His Excellency. At what point should we begin raising concerns? After this framework is put together and the blueprint is ready, after what number of years would we be able to say that, okay, we are on course, or we really need to have a relook at this document?
Immediately we finish today. The continuity. There's no point where we should wait or we wake up. Questions like, is the document ready? Or some delegations were supposed to meet, because you don't go back and sit and prepare the document before we do things. There must be action going on.
Okay.
Even as we are working at it, some networking should be going on.
Yeah.
What we are doing even today, how far are we gone? Any update? Are people linking up with other groups they are supposed to link? It won't be like a fixed thing finished before you move in. Because as we started, the good thing about the PEP is that it's not a sub-regional document of, say, for the North, like SADA, NDA, national document. It's an extract we are creating specifically for
the
our
Upper East region. Okay.
So small is what? Father Roger will say small is beautiful. Monsignor, rather.
Yeah.
Small is what?
Beautiful.
So this will be our own. How are we going to fight it? Where are we going to find the money? And as it has started, people have been aware. That's the good thing about it. So the issue of it to be on the shelves, it can be is gathering dust again. Because people are aware, at least some friends, donor partners were there, and they will continue. Now, one thing about donor partners, if you don't move, they sit back.
Yeah.
So when we have it, and various implementation groups may be there, or the RCC, if you don't move, be sure that you won't get. And so our traditional authorities have to be our ambassadors. They receive visitors, diplomats, and all that. They should present it. When I was going to Burkina Ouagadougou, I picked the SADA document. I sold it. Okay? Even as I sit here, I'm selling it. So people have to buy the ideas.
Yeah.
So we are not going to wait. Then after a year, we'll go and ask how far. As soon as we close today, tomorrow,
okay,
we should begin questioning. Have you finished printing the document? Oh, you were supposed to do this. The action timelines, we'll be looking at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we looking at, and this question will go to both of you because we are almost ending.
Thank you.
Should we maintain this committee, especially the subcommittees, their members, to keep evaluating our progress? Or we should have some people, yes, all of us are going to be watching, but whose responsibility will it be to lead us in asking the questions, especially when we have a new regional minister? I think that we should have a team that would probably go and say, okay, this is a document we prepared some time back. It's on your shelf, but we brought you another one to remind you. Do we need to keep the committee together?
Yes, I think as His Excellencies noted, it is work in progress. Even after it is finalized, we'll continue. It will be a living document.
Okay.
So as it goes, we are looking, let's say, there were plans that probably never took into consideration this flooding that we are having in Accra. Okay. So the human institution or nature is such that you can't be rigid. So once we get this, and it is a living document, somebody I was telling the Honorable Minister that the document, we haven't yet finished it, but it's so beautiful to the extent that if he doesn't appoint me as coordinator, I'll appoint myself as coordinator. I will laugh over it. So certainly there will be somebody. I think the committee, well experienced like His Excellency here, they will by all means ask that we should have a coordinator. Because if you want to talk to somebody, who do you talk to?
Where do you start from?
Yes, if I want to go and talk to somebody, and the way I'm talking, if the good people of this region really buy into the submissions that we are making, and tomorrow somebody wants to walk to the RCC to say, I want to know the stage at which Pearl is, who does he talk to? So certainly we will have to get a designated person with these technical committee people still being at the back, shaping and influencing how it is implemented.
Okay.
So this is what I think it should be.
Your Excellency.
Yeah, if I were the regional minister today, set up a secretariat purposely for PEL. There's a technical committee. I will enhance the technical committee to make sure it's sustainable. I know they have partnership or relationship with the Bolgatanga Technical University. I will advise the university to also set up, maybe because it's an education institution, it will be under a certain department, but there should be a schedule officer in charge, a kind of micro secretariat at the BTU. I don't know how they are planned, because we hold it. But I think it's important for the RCC to have a secretariat treated with a desk officer, someone who will act. There should be within that secretariat a PRO person who is very conversant with the PEL from A to Z. And that fellow will be selling. When you meet him, he can tell you everything about it, rather than, because people who come will want to see the regional minister. They want to see the coordinating director. No, forget about them.
Yeah.
Get someone who should be a very conversant person, who is used to the PEL, who started with it, and speak to it without referring to pages and everything, and convince the public. Yeah, so that is what I would think. So there is a technical committee, yes. BTU is there. RCC may have to enforce a secretariat. And they have a list of participants, and they have a list of the group leaders and all those. So at various times, periodically too, there should be a reconvening. Normally it is a media assessment and all those kind of things. I think that will be useful.
All right, listeners.
And I think also they shouldn't forget about the chiefs. So maybe we
are
should
very particular about the Jews.
Yeah, we should have an eminent council of Upper East Household, Upper East Chiefs. Not more than 5 or 7. They should be meeting to speak for PEL.
Very well. It is crucial to accept that when it comes to development, the Upper East region, we are not doing so well in the area of infrastructure, in the area of a lot of things. Now we are putting together some systematic approaches in all areas to be able to, if not entirely resolve the challenges we have, but at least to achieve some remarkable, results in this area of development. And this morning we've been privileged to have His Excellency Boniface Gambila in studio, former Upper East Regional Minister, former director of the Ghana National Fire Service.
National Service.
National
Service.
Yes, National Service. And also he worked at the NDA, Northern Development Authority, briefly for 3 months. And later on, ambassador to Burkina Faso. We've also had the opportunity of speaking to one of the voices. He calls himself the noisemaker. That are very, for his voice is so wide and loud and clear everywhere. Anytime he picks a topic, he's so passionate about it that he would delve into it for you to appreciate it just the way he does. Bismarck Adongo Ayorgo, they've been doing justice to PEL, what we should do, to succeed in that regard. We want to thank all of you for your time this morning and for your listenership, and we encourage you to stay tuned in as we come your way with other programs. We are back tomorrow with another interesting edition of Daybreak Upper East. My name is Humu Kusum Tahiru. The show is ably produced by Bra Kalala, who makes it possible for us to get all the visuals online, and also we have Moses Abapia, who also is the producer extraordinaire of this morning show. We also have Abaji Emmanuel, who is head of our technical team. And Nelson joins in with some form of production and also joins in the discussion on the newspaper review. On that note, I want to thank all of you for your time, for your listenership, and for choosing to always do this with us. Have a blessed morning and enjoy the rest of our programs on A1 Radio 101.1 FM. Before we go, I just want to remind you that there's going to be a power outage tomorrow, Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. And the VRA says we should bring that to your notice so that you can prepare and not blame them for the outage. Because it will happen. So let me quickly let you know the areas that are going to be affected by the outage tomorrow.
Testa, yeah, massa, China Jaikasa. I'm deaf when you talk, because I've been ready to jam and call. It's your type puncher in the air.
All right. So tomorrow, Thursday, 2nd July, 2026, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., we are going to have power outages at the Tanzui Bukere Ministries Commercial Business Area, Zongo, Boga Township, Daporitindongo, Sawaba, Osa, Kombosko, Yaruga BC, Polko, Gambibgo, Zwarungu, and its environs. The outage is to facilitate preventive maintenance activities on the feeder to improve system stability and resilience. So the inconvenience caused is deeply regretted. And this is actually from the management of NEDCO here in the Upper East region. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Join us tomorrow for another edition of Daybreak Upper East. My name is Humu Kusum Tahiru.
Yeah, my Adisatoshi Eduna.